Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Chamberlain, the Air Force guy here at Southwind RV, and today we're going to take a look at the Coachmen Crosstrek. This is a 20XG. Now, I'll tell you, this is a pretty amazing setup they've got on here. Wait till I go over the EcoFlow for you, because I'll tell you this, if you're looking for a camper that's going to give you that extended boondocking capabilities, this may be just the motorhome for you. So for any information about this camper or any others, reach out to me. Contact information down below. Otherwise, the specs will be down there as well. So let's get on to this camper. Now, one thing I would like to go ahead and explain pertaining to the energy management system on here, well, the battery and so forth, is that if you're on the website, you'll notice it says Renogy. Renogy is no longer in these. They're going with the EcoFlow, much better system, and it's very user-friendly. And also, when the manufacturers are hooking it up, it's idiot-proof. There's no way they can mess it up hooking it up. And those were issues that some manufacturers are having with the Renogy. They're having it with the Victron. But this system, the way it's built, and I'm going to show you a little bit later where the battery is and talk a little bit about that, and of course the power control system. So let's get on to the rest of this camper. So this is the Cross Trail Extreme. It's a 20XG by Coachmen. Now, they've done a phenomenal job as far as what they have put in this thing. And for a single person, or maybe a couple, maybe with a small child, this could be a perfect motorhome for you to take out and actually be out away from everything because of how they have this thing set up. So looking on the outside, you're going to notice the big this awning will come out 8 feet. It's a little bit too windy today for me to put it out, but notice there's no legs on it. It has two arms, and that's what's holding that thing up. I know some of these manufacturers say that they're armless. Well, no, they do have arms, and you can see the two arms right up top there. Just doesn't have the legs coming down the side of it. Now, on this side, what you're going to have is, of course, under here, this will be your propane bottle. So this is just the propane. Makes it very easy for you to have it serviced, get it filled up when you need to. You have, now, for additional solar, you go ahead and plug in right there. This right now, it has 200 watts of solar. You could upgrade that to 400 watts if you wanted to, or because maybe you're going to be parking in the shade, they do have this portable solar kit connection there. So that way there you can park in the shade, put the solar panels out in the sun. Next, you're going to have the area, this is where you're going to have your outside, this is the gray stone cooktop. And here's where you're going to be hooking up your LP. Now, it does have a setup out here. If you want, you can take TV from inside out here. So you have the TV setup, 110 cable connection for outside here. Now, maybe you need to rinse some things off. They do have a sprayer port. So that way there you go ahead and rinse things off. And then take a look. And by the way, you're able to open it on both sides. This is your storage area. So if you have electric bikes, if you have some things that you want to put up in here and tie down, you can, because the bed gets up out of the way. Now, of course, then you can put the bed down, and you do have the ladder to help you getting up in there. Now, you have a maximum load back here of 350 pounds. Now, just showing you what it looks like from the other side. You can see they have a nice little light that's up underneath there. Notice the windows on both sides of the bed. So they're emergency windows, but the bigger thing with those is the cross ventilation. So if you're boondocking, you're not running the AC, gives you that nice breeze through here. So we'll show you more when we get up there. Heat duct down there, right there. So this area would be heated. You do have a 110 outlet over behind that ladder right there. So access from both sides. Now, while we're on this side, this is where you're going to have your dump area. So easily located, easy for you to get to. Now, you have three things going on here. One, you have a black tank flush. Two, you have, this would be your city water. And then, of course, if you wanted to fill up your freshwater tank. Lastly, that would be where you're going to go ahead and connect your cable. This has your standard propane side style furnace, but now you have the, this is your on-demand water heater, which is nice. So continuous hot water, and here's where you would go ahead and hook up for your electric. Now on this side, you have two little doors here. One's going to be for storage, which is going to be under here. And I like the way they've done this. Is it's a magnet, because we don't have a slide out on this side, so we're able to put these things up out of the way and let them hold them up. You know, the ones that have the slide outs, you know how you're holding them with your head while you're trying to put things in and out of there. So I like the fact that it's metal, and then this is a flex power 4000 generator. Now the cool thing about this this particular one, this one has the setup for the lithium battery, but you also have the generator. The benefit to you there is, and let's get inside, let me show you the panel itself. The benefit to you is that if you wanted to go ahead and you're running your air conditioner and the power gets down too low, then the beauty of it is the generator will go ahead and just turn on to give you power. So this is your EcoFlow control panel. Very user-friendly. As you can see right now, if we did not do anything, as far as I'm running the AC right now and have lights on, we've got 2 hours and 22 minutes left. We're at 61% on the battery. You see your input, you have 123 watts input, output. You can also go in here, you can control the brightness, Bluetooth. Good thing with this, if you're around Wi-Fi, then you can go ahead and send this to your phone, and when you're not even around, let's say you're out hiking and you're coming back and you want to cool it down, you can go ahead and turn your air conditioner on right from your phone. This is just showing you right now what we're using. We have 722 watt hours of energy using right now. Now, you can also set everything. Let me get back out of there. If you wanted to go ahead and, that's showing you everything there, but let me see here. I'm just trying to remember which one it was that was. Here's your discharge, but your smart generator on off. See, if it gets down to 20%, it'll cut on, and when it gets to 80% full on the battery, then the generator would shut off. So you're able, that's already set there. So the benefit, if you're running the AC at night, you don't have to worry about running out of power. So as you come in here, this is where you'd be checking your levels, turning your water heater on, water pump, tank heat, lights, and so forth. And then, of course, your generator, and then your awning down there. So on the back of the camper here, you see it's very basic, but it does have a backup camera or rear observation camera, which is all the way at the top. You do have a place for the Lippert ladder. It's an adjustable ladder, not the one that's inside. That one's for the bunk bed. That one would not be long enough to get up on top of here. The other thing you do have a hitch receiver. Now this hitch receiver is rated at 4,000 pounds with a 400-pound tongue weight. This is your freshwater tank back in the back here, and then there's your drain right there. So if you want to drain your freshwater tank, that's where it drains. Give you a little bit of idea what it looks like underneath. So there's a look at the front with all the lights on. You see the yellow light up on the top, on the roof. You've got your little fog lights on either side. And then, of course, if you need additional light, that thing is bright. So that is what it would look like going down the road. Now I wanted to give you kind of an idea of what it looks like on the roof. As you can see, this one has the 200 watt panel. If you had the optional second 200 watt, it would be on this side of the air conditioner. And we'll go over what those vent lids are, and of course the skylight when we get inside. The thing in front of now starting on the inside, I want to kind of go over what it's like in the driver's seat. Of course, you have your typical, this is your Ford Transit steering wheel with your cruise control and so forth for your Bluetooth and things of that nature. Over here, what you have is, of course, for your headlights. Then this would be your fog lights, and then this is that light that was on that bar that was on the bottom. Now for your mirrors, this one, if you turn it here, what it's going to do is it just moves the top. The bottom one is what you're going to have to move manually. And of course those mirrors do fold in. Of course your window control, locks, cup holders. Notice you have a cup holder there. You got a cup holder down the bottom there. You also have cup holders here. So you got plenty of cup holders around. Up in the dash, you see you have additional 12-volt plugs. You're showing you what you have in the dash. Passenger seat, now they do turn around. Additional 12-volt here. Flashers. And then, of course, your screen here. So you have different driving modes you can do. Except for normal, so forth. Tow haul, mud. You've got your map, connect your phone. You also have different apps that you can set up for it. Now, the difference is that's for audio. Then you have for your rear observation camera. Remember I told you, of course, you can use it as a backup camera, but you know, if you just want to watch it as you're going down the road, well, actually watching down the road is number 3, but you're going to have the left side, your right side, then of course the back. Now, if you want to be able to look at all 3 at the same time, you just push mode here, not channel 4, and all of them are going to come up. So you have a left and right, and then the rear. So that is right here. Now your parking brake here, thing about this, I have it down right now. However, you notice it's on. In order to release it, I've got to do is lift it up to where I had it, lift up a little more pressure, and then release it. The reason why you're able to, after you set it, you're able to push it down is so that this seat can turn around. Now, just to kind of give you an idea, if you wanted to turn the seats around, the problem with turning around the driver's seat is that this back is going to be hitting the steering wheel. So you're not going to be able to turn it around fully. So most people don't even do that. They might just push it all the way up so they got more room to store things back here. So that's what that would look like there. I'm just going to kind of back up and let you see what this looks like here. So this is the kitchen area. I'm running the air conditioner right now. I don't know how much you can hear with that. Your window, you have the screen that comes down from the top, your blackout that comes down or comes up from the bottom. It does come with the blackout shades for the front there. Cubbies on either side of the TV here. Remember, as we came in the door, I showed you some of the items there. I failed to mention the 110 and 12-volt USB there. You see you have your 2-burner induction Greystone cooktop. Nice sink with the high-rise faucet. Again, now the window here, you have that there. You have that one there. And then, of course, the benefit is that, see, there's a power vent fan here, but that's just a small 12-volt one. Then you have another small one back here. Now, you can upgrade those to the, what we call the Max Air fans, or the Fantastic fans. Now, the benefit of the Max Air Fantastic type fans is if you had those and you put 2 of them in here, what you're able to do is open these windows and it pulls the air through the windows and back out the fans. So if you had 2 of them going, that would give you additional airflow. Now, I would not recommend that you put one in the bathroom area. And the reason for that is if you're ever on the toilet and you're flushing the toilet and you have that thing on, it's going to be pulling the fumes up from the black tank. So even when the other ones, make sure you have them off when you go into the bathroom. Now here is your dinette booth, and it has 3 seat belts. It even has a tether, so if you wanted to tether a car seat, you're able to do that. Now what we're going to have under here, you have the charge controller that's going to be under that seat. You're really not going to have to get to that. That's mainly for service. They keep the wood screwed down there because they don't want you storing anything. Same thing here, but let me just show you what this battery looks like. So we have one 400 amp hour battery under here. Now you can get two. Now keep in mind that most deep cycle batteries that people are using, and same thing with AGMs and sometimes with other lithium, they're just little 12 volt batteries. This thing is, this is 48 volts. So with that in mind, this is giving you a heck of a lot more power, amp hours, that you're able to utilize. I'm not quite sure how it looks when they put both of them under there, but I'm sure that thing would fill up the whole area there. They'd having to move that one over some. So we just have the option with the one battery, with the 200 watt solar, and the generator. Really no need for the additional battery. If you wanted to eliminate the generator, then that might be an option for you. Now to make that a bed, very, very simple. You're just going to take the table off those legs, lay the legs on the floor, and then that table sits right on these. And you move the big cushions to the middle, put the small cushions on the ends. You see you have a 110 outlet back in the back, as well as your 12 volt USB. That's all the way back there. Breakers and fuses. You can see the 3 heating ducts coming out across there. Notice it's not on the floor. Benefit to you there, it is going across the camper instead of straight up, and you're not collecting that debris either. So taking a look at these, they have these nice little hooks, so that way they're not coming open while you're driving down the road. But as you can see, they're pretty deep storage there. Over here on above your kitchen, again, very nice. This is underneath your sink. And then, of course, this is the pull-out drawer that comes out. And then down here, this one is not anything, because that is where you have your outside cooking area. So that's pretty much it for the kitchen, other than your air fryer, convection microwave up top. Now, next we have the refrigerator. And again, this is a 12 volt refrigerator freezer. Got a nice little crisper down the bottom. And then, of course, you have a little freezer. This thing is, I mean, I've only had this coach on for about maybe a half hour, and it's already getting cold. 12 volts will do that. This is where you go ahead and control your water heater, your air conditioner. Now, you can leave this on, and then that way there, you'll be able to control turning your AC on and off through your app on your phone, or right at the EcoFlow. Now, the way this thing works, first time you touch it, it lights up. Second time you touch it, that's your fan. So you have high, low, and auto. I highly recommend that when you're running the air conditioner, you keep it in the fan in the high mode and control that. Then, of course, then you'd have your furnace, and then it's off. So very, very simple as far as how that works. Now, in the bathroom, of course, you can see you have hooks on the door. That's sitting up pretty high there. As I mentioned, you have the little fan there. But then, of course, you have, look at how big that storage area is. Because obviously you're not going to have any in the bedroom area. And then, you see, good sized mirror. Even short people will be able to look in that mirror. I know in some RVs, that's what a lot of us people that are height deprived, we have that issue where the mirrors are set up too high. Of course, you have a nice little toilet paper holder. Now, looking over at the shower, they've done a nice job with this, making it look more like it's, you know, regular tile in here. You know, and it's quite of a big step getting up in there. They had to do that because of the drain ports. And then they have these here. Make sure you hold those. Those things are spring loaded. If you don't like that, do what I did. I had one of mine, never used it. I just put a spring bar in across there and put the shower curtain in there. Nice thing with that is then this helps keep the shower curtain inside the shower. Now I can almost walk in under here. This is what it looks like as I'm walking back here. I mean, this is probably, to this point, it's probably about 5 feet in height. Now you have your controller right here, and all we're going to do is push the button and it comes down. Max load on that is 800 pounds. I have not ever gotten a word on whether or not you could go ahead and use that halfway down, or whether or not you need to put it all the way down. And that's what that looks like. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 2024 Cross Trail, the extreme version by 𝚘𝚘 RV. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know, comment, let me know what you think of the setup. Did I give you enough information about the EcoFlow? And stay tuned, because I think what I'm going to do is do a live interview with the people from EcoFlow, so that way there people can actually ask the questions themselves. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back at you again soon. Take care.